It's been almost 25 years since Bethany Brinton was a cashier at the old Hotel Utah's parking garage.
He always had a twinkle in his eye and an enormous smile.
But she's still talking about the customer with the old Ford Falcon.
And it seemed like he knew a great secret and he was about to tell you.
His name was Izzy Wagner, and he was born here just a few blocks away in 1915.
He grew up in poverty.
He was poor and Jewish.
In the middle of a lot of prejudice.
And living in a very different Salt Lake City.
It was named the ugliest city in America.
He dreamt about Hollywood, but stardom eluded him. He went to college to be a lawyer, but 2 weeks later he had to quit. His father died, and he had to help run the family's struggling bag business.
And his mother said something like, "It's the great American success story. We came here with $3 and we're $6,000 in debt."
The Wagner Bag Company became very successful, and when he was in his 40s, Wagner got an offer he couldn't refuse.
He sold that company when he was in his prime. He could have done anything he wanted. He stayed here and was basically a volunteer for the rest of his life and tried to improve the city he loved.
He bought and sold property and served on civic and volunteer boards. He lobbied to remove the overhead signs they used to have here on Main Street and the railroad tracks here on 2nd West.
When you're smiling,
and he made a lot of people laugh.
the whole world smiles with you, yeah.
He was the most friendly guy you've ever met.
Loved to tell a joke. He was an unforgettable character.
Everybody liked Izzy.
When you're crying all alone.
And he did lunch at Granado's.
And the people around his table might include a senator, a governor, a secretary, a car mechanic.
He noticed everyone in his path.
Start out with, what was your diamond ring like when you first got married?
Oh, I didn't have one.
But in 1993, Izzy Wagner changed.
I just had a little band, little tiny.
He lost the love of his life.
Now you seem to be very, very much in love.
His wife, Janae.
And he said, when she died, I died.
And he thought about life after Izzy
I
Wagner.
want to take care of it before I go. And he did. He gave away almost everything he had before he died.
He spent his money here, at the very same spot where his boyhood home used to be, on the Rose Wagner Performing Arts Center, named after his mom. And where there once was a club that wouldn't have him as a member because of his religion, there's now a Jewish community center.
They got a slim thread to hold
Izzy
on to.
Wagner didn't want a funeral, so after his death, his friends threw an April Fool's luncheon. He did not want a book about him.
And he didn't know I was taking notes.
So Don Gale wrote one anyway.
He just had a philosophy, when you're gone, you're gone.
And friend Lou Callister gives copies away.
This table that we're sitting at was Izzy's dining room table.
Because of Izzy Wagner, Granado's has back rooms for lunch.
That all started because of Izzy.
He invested in the self-esteem of young people every day.
And Brinton wrote a letter to the editor.
He treated us as friends and equals. He really taught me to care about and invest in people's lives.
For Bethany Brinton and everyone else,
He's not forgotten, as he said he would be. He is remembered.
Izzy Wagner was simply
The
unforgettable.
whole world smiles with you, yeah.